The Russian explorer known as the Alex Super built his name on danger, crawling through forgotten tunnels, climbing forbidden structures, and venturing into places long abandoned by the rest of the world. But in his latest video, he takes viewers somewhere darker and deadlier than ever before. This time, Alex and his partner travel into the heart of the infamous Globus 1 testing zone, a decaying relic from the Soviet nuclear era. Locals call it the Russian Hiroshima, a name earned through decades of silence, secrecy, and radiation.
За вторым периметром. Тихо. Лучше не шуми. Хуй знает, табличка. Чекнем. Опа, какой-то запор. Ну-ка. Запретная зона. Проход закрыт, проезд запрещен.
Ну что, значит, мы, считай, добрались до границы.
Ну чё, давай петулю.
Части.
Ты мокрый и злой. Не пытайтесь этого дома. Ай! Повторить.
Сейчас Саня что-то оставит себе на колючке.
Ай, блядь! Тихо. Надеюсь, ничего я не оставлю. Тебе не советую. Там есть дорога. Вот, да.
На камеру.
Давай.
Мне уже все команды записали. А у меня даже перчаток нет, бро.
Тихо, не...
Hidden deep within a forest that nature itself seems to have rejected, lies their target, a collapsed military bunker sealed since the Cold War. The video opens with the two men hiking through a gray, lifeless landscape. The trees are twisted and colorless. The ground crackles underfoot, littered with rusted metal and scorched fragments of past experiments. Faded signs still cling to the trees, warning in bold Cyrillic, danger, radiation. But Alex barely hesitates. His voice is calm, almost too calm, as he tells the camera, "We go further."
Че там, сколько?
Еще 4. 4 с чем? Все размыто. Смотри, еще одна.
Сейчас, стой.
Это ты прочитай, погоди.
На.
Это протокол заключения медика, клиника экспертизной. Что-то там органов, отек мозга. Вот решение комиссии. Информацию о смерти не разглашать до решения начальства.
Ну, глобус они как раз таки не разглашали.
By nightfall, they take shelter in a small cave, their flashlights casting shaky beams across the stone walls. The air feels heavy, stale, like it hasn't been disturbed in decades. They sleep uneasily. At dawn, they continue on, following a narrow trail that eventually opens to a massive structure half swallowed by earth. Concrete walls crumble under the weight of years, and what's left of the entrance gapes like the open mouth of a tomb. Inside, silence reigns. Dust falls like snow in the beam of their lights. The deeper they go, the stranger it gets.
Старые бланки справок описывали историю болезни одного человека и смерти другого. Похоже, эти люди были ликвидаторами, которые устраняли последствия тех неудачных ядерных испытаний. Читать эти строки было жутко, но интересно. Судя по всему, именно на этой военной базе оставляли пораженных радиацией людей. Так или иначе, им уже не помочь. Но вот кто поможет нам? Чёртов бункер был большим. Нет, он был огромным. Комнаты сменялись узкими коридорами. Коридоры выводили в огромные залы и по новой. Мы искали другой выход или вент-шахту, чтобы вылезти по ней, но находили кучу всего другого. Под землей было стрёмно. Чего только стоили кости в трубе. Если в пещере все было примерно однообразно, то тут в каждой комнате было что-то свое. а от неожиданных звуков можно было просто обосраться. Причем было ясно, что некоторые из них просто не могут быть изданы человеком. Понятно, что в подобных местах никогда не бывает абсолютно тихо. Но, блин, что это? Не призраки же в конце-то концов.
Relics of a time best forgotten scattered across the floor. Decayed uniforms, cracked helmets, binders filled with medical records describing acute radiation sickness and unexplained deaths. The smell of metal and mildew clings to the air. Then, voices, echoes of footsteps somewhere down the corridor. They freeze. Alex signals to cut the light. In the dark, faint shapes move, silhouettes of men in uniform, not fellow explorers, guards, or something else. Gunshots shatter the silence. The explorers dive into a side tunnel, hearts racing, the camera shaking violently. For minutes, all you can hear is their ragged breathing and the hollow drip of water echoing through endless corridors. When they finally find an exit route, the door slams behind them with a metallic scream. They sprint into the daylight, lungs burning, until the forest swallows them again. The video ends there. No music, no outro, just wind and the faint hum of radiation meters clicking in the distance. Some say it was staged. Others aren't so sure, because in that dead forest, even silence feels contaminated.
It's a rat in there. Oh, it's disgusting. What the f***? Okay, that's really nasty.
On March 16, 2025, a YouTuber known as The Snowblind uploaded something far from his usual calm travel vlogs, a video that unsettled everyone who watched it. His channel was typically filled with peaceful scenery and quiet exploration, but this time, curiosity led him somewhere he never should have gone. Back to a cave he'd explored years ago. Locals had been whispering strange stories about it, rumors of sounds, movements, and things best left alone.
The cave I looked for, it took me about 10 minutes to find this cave actually. I didn't remember that the mouth of the cave is actually larger than I remembered. I thought it was a lot much smaller, but I can already see back there why I don't like this cave. Because what I see back there creeps me out. A lot of water is dripping down from the ceiling. It's a limestone cave, and I can see remnants of the ice statues that formed during the cold times. Now everything is melting. I think this cave goes about 50 meters back there, but let's get moving. There's just a random chair back there. If I was here the first time and randomly found this place, I would run the other way if I saw this. Who would want to come here and just sit around, enjoy the scenery? Like, I don't know about you, but I don't like sitting here. There are some candles here, but unfortunately I don't have any light to light this place up, because I can imagine that if I could create a warmer light in here, this place might feel a little bit more friendly or welcome.
When he stepped inside, his flashlight caught something eerie, faded flags dangling from the rock, and at the center, what looked disturbingly like an altar. At first, he laughed it off, brushing it aside as a prank. But as he got closer, the air turned heavier.
And it looks like it's a Buddhist altar or something. And there's a lot of random stuff in here. Maybe some rituals are performed in this place. Fake flowers, some very nasty bottle with some liquids. I don't want to even touch it. Holy shit, it's a rat in there. Oh, it's disgusting, what the f***. Okay, that's really nasty. That is extremely nasty. Who are these people who come here? Other than that...
There, resting on the altar, was a rat, stuffed into a plastic bottle, left to rot. His voice trembled as he spoke. The silence of the cave pressed in, broken only by dripping water and his shaky breathing. He scanned the walls, desperate for answers, but found only more questions, until fear finally drove him out. When he emerged into daylight, pale and shaken, his camera still running, one thought lingered. What kind of ritual had he just stumbled into?
Oh man. No. No.
Exploring with Bear has always been a channel that thrives on danger, venturing into places most people wouldn't dare step foot in. Its creator, known simply as Jar Bear, is no stranger to the unnerving. Haunted forests, abandoned hospitals, and rumored cryptid zones. He's explored them all. But among all his chilling uploads, one episode stands apart.
Welcome back to another adventure. If you're new to the channel, I'm Jer Bear. This is so scary right off the bat. Tonight we're deep in Bigfoot territory. And the last time I was here, I was like surrounded. And it felt like I was being haunted. It was scary. So I brought you back to this place. And I just got in here. So anyway, we're going to continue deeper down this trail. See what we can't see what we can't hear. Do some Bigfoot calls, some Bigfoot knocks. And hope we don't get surrounded again.
The night he returned to what he calls Bigfoot territory. From the moment the video begins, something feels off. Jar's breathing is already shaky, his voice lower than usual. He admits right away that he's uneasy, that this trail, the same one he visited months ago, never stopped haunting him. The last time he was here, he'd captured something strange on camera, a pair of glowing eyes hovering just beyond the tree line. The memory of that moment still lingers, pulling him back into the dark woods for another look.
Man, before I even got the camera started, I was hearing stuff moving on the right side. This place is so scary. The last time I was here, I was surrounded. And you could see the eyes on camera. All kinds of them. It was like I was being hunted. Oh, what was that sound? Oh my goodness. What is that back there? Man, as soon as I took a step, I heard something over here.
He's equipped with only his flashlight, his camera, and a fragile sense of courage. The air feels heavy, pressing against him as he walks deeper along the narrow dirt path. Almost immediately, the forest seems alive with sound. Twigs snapping, brush shifting, something pacing him just out of sight. He stops to listen. The forest stops too. Moments later, a deafening crack slices through the night. The sound echoes like a rifle shot or a tree branch being wrenched apart. His voice trembles as he mutters, "What was that?" The camera jerks toward the noise, the flashlight beam slicing across tangled undergrowth. Nothing, just darkness. Still, he pushes forward, and then he sees it.
Did you hear that? No frickin' way, man. It's coming closer. I don't know if they've even come on camera. I'm sort of speechless. I seen... Oh, man. No. 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 No way. Oh man, come on. No. What was that? No frickin' way, man. It's coming closer. Man, this place, I don't know what it is in here, man, but I have the worst feeling right now. I really feel like I'm gonna puke. All my muscles are stinking tightened up. There's no way I was supposed to keep going down that trail tonight.
A figure, tall, pale, unmoving, standing several yards away among the trees. The light catches what looks like a white face or head, faintly glowing against the dark. Jar's voice falters. He zooms in, struggling to steady the lens, but before the image can focus, the figure is gone. Vanished. The silence that follows is suffocating. His breathing quickens. No, he whispers, the words repeating like a mantra. The camera shakes violently as he stumbles backward, scanning the forest for any sign of movement. The panic is raw, his voice cracking, breath shallow, muscles tensing as he fights the urge to run. But instinct wins. The footage turns chaotic. Flashes of ground, trees, and light as he bolts down the trail. You can hear the crunch of his boots, the desperate rhythm of fear. Whatever he saw, or thought he saw, has driven him into full flight.
It was like a white head. What's that? A white head. And I could make out a silhouette of, like, it was tall, very tall, and pretty deep down the trail. But it was on, like, right on the left side of the trail. And I'm looking at it, and then it moved a little. And everything, and that's when it was all downhill. They're coming. Oh man, just thinking about it again. Whew, that was crazy. That was crazy. There's no way I can walk into that trail with whatever that was down there. No. I will be back for sure. Man, that's, the first time I came here, I seen something back in there and I couldn't even go in. I didn't even make a video. I left, got my courage up, came back some days later, and then I was surrounded in there and had a terrible feeling. Like I was about to be attacked, hunted, whatever. It was bad. And a lot of whatevers. And this time, that thing was, I don't know what that could have been.
When he finally bursts out of the woods and reaches his vehicle, he's trembling. His voice is hoarse, his face pale. He admits that this isn't the first time the place has gotten under his skin. Once before, he fled without even recording. But tonight felt different. Whatever was in those woods wasn't just watching. It felt closer. Too close. He ends the video abruptly, still catching his breath, saying there's no way he could have stayed longer. Yet even through the fear, he makes a promise. One that sends a chill down your spine. He'll come back, to face whatever waits in those trees. Was it imagination? The echo of paranoia in a lonely forest? Or did Jar Bear truly cross paths with something alive out there? Something that doesn't want to be seen? Either way, fear led him straight to it.
Electrical line, I believe.
The video first appeared on YouTube on June 6, 2021, posted by the creator behind Vanning on Weekends, a channel best known for tranquil escapes, long drives through untouched wilderness, and the quiet peace of solo van life. His videos are usually soothing, sunlight spilling through trees, coffee steaming by a campfire, the sound of water lapping against the shore. But on this particular trip, that peace fractures into something far more unsettling.
We're so good today. It's near 30 degrees Celsius. It's very warm. I'm going to find a little lake there because today I want to try my paddleboard. I just bought it. I never used it. I never tried any paddleboard before. So today is the day. I'm very excited. The lake looks so nice. It's very beautiful. I just put my bathing suit on and I have the paddleboard here, so I'm gonna inflate it and go on the lake.
It starts like any normal summer afternoon. The camera opens on blue skies and soft wind as the vanner explains his plan: to head north toward a secluded lake, where he'll test out his brand new paddleboard for the first time. His excitement feels genuine, contagious even. The drive is calm, the roads empty. Birds sing. The world seems harmless. When he finally arrives, the lake looks like something out of a postcard. Still, glassy water surrounded by tall trees swaying gently in the breeze. He unloads his gear, inflates the paddleboard, and laughs at himself as he wobbles to stay upright. The tone is light-hearted, familiar, exactly what his viewers have come to expect. For a while, everything is perfect. The soft hum of insects, the reflection of clouds rippling across the surface. It's the kind of moment that makes solitude feel sacred. After an hour or so, he paddles back to shore, relaxed and ready to find a quiet spot to camp for the night.
So guys, that's where I'm gonna sleep tonight. I don't think I'm gonna have problems here. It's so big. I just cooked this at home before leaving, and turns out it's still hot, so I'm just gonna eat it like this. No need to heat it. It feels so good to eat. So right now I think I'm on public land. It's Hydro-Québec electrical line, I believe. Someone just shot something. Whoa. Okay. Lots of shots. I don't know if you can see, but the people that are shooting with their guns, they're just underneath the big pylon over there. They're very far and I can hear the blast of the explosion. It's very nice. It's crazy.
Eventually, he discovers a clearing beneath towering power lines miles from any main road. The land is open, sunlit, and eerily still. It seems safe, ideal even. He sets up camp, unpacks his small stove, and begins cooking a simple meal of rice, beans, and potatoes. The evening light turns golden. Everything feels peaceful again. Until the shots begin. A sudden sharp crack echoes through the air, then another, and another. The sound reverberates off the metal towers, bouncing through the empty woods. His head jerks up. There's a pause, then more gunfire. Multiple blasts rolling like thunder. He freezes. The serenity vanishes. The forest that once felt open now feels exposed, vulnerable. He spots movement in the distance. Tiny figures near the base of one of the massive pylons, flashes of light glinting in the sun. He realizes they're shooting. Target practice, maybe. Or maybe not. It's impossible to tell. The sounds keep coming, harsh and metallic, tearing through the stillness. He tries to keep his composure, convincing himself they're far enough away not to be a threat. But the atmosphere has changed completely. The wide open space now feels like a trap. Flat ground, nowhere to hide, only the looming hum of power lines above him and the echo of gunfire beneath. Night falls. The gunshots fade. He builds a small fire, its orange glow flickering weakly against the growing dark. He talks to the camera, reflecting on how strange it feels to hear something so violent in a place meant for peace. The unease lingers in his voice. He smiles, but it doesn't reach his eyes. By morning, the world seems normal again. The birds return, sunlight filters through the trees, and he cooks breakfast like nothing happened. But as he packs up his things, there's a quiet tension in his movements. An awareness that safety in the wild is never guaranteed. Because out there, serenity can shatter in a single sound. And when it does, the silence that follows feels even more terrifying.
Is it? Dude, no! It looks like a person, man. But no person. It looks like a person.
On June 14, 2024, a haunting video appeared on YouTube, footage so unsettling that viewers still debate what it captured. It was posted by a woman named Dee, who had planned a simple overnight camping trip in a dense Ohio forest.
What is on my face? Yeah. Hi. Hi. Yep. Yep. I gotta get down. I can't go home. Oh. Ah. Sorry. No! Stop! 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 Please! 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 I'm leaving! I'm leaving! I'm leaving! Where's my stuff? I don't remember my shit. Where was the line?
The evening began peacefully enough. The woods were quiet, the sky dimming to a deep blue as night crept in. But as she wandered farther from her campsite, something changed. In the video, her flashlight beam cuts through the darkness when suddenly, two glowing eyes appear ahead, perfectly still, watching. Dee freezes, whispering in disbelief. Then panic sets in. She turns and runs, her breathing sharp and uneven.
It's right down here. Okay. 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 Let me get on my phone. Guys, I gotta set it down. Hold on. I think I'm gonna stick up the field and walk up the road, even though it's gonna be harder. It's cooler out here. I get more of a break. More of a break. What is that? It's a snow. What is it, dude? No! It looks like a person, man. But no person. It looks like a person. Stop. That ain't a person. That ain't a person. Ah! It just keeps getting up and down, up and down. Stop. Fuck, I can't run. Ah! Somebody drive by. Somebody drive by.
The camera bouncing wildly as she bursts into an open field. For a moment, she thinks she's safe, but when she turns back toward the tree line, those same glowing eyes are still there, motionless, yet somehow closer. They don't blink. They don't sway. They just watch. Viewers tried to rationalize it. Some said it was a bear, others claimed it was a prank. But the way it moved, or didn't, felt wrong. Too human, too unnatural. Dee made it out alive that night, but the footage remains, a chilling reminder that sometimes the woods watch back.
Oh, Jesus! Holy dude!
The next encounter comes from Donald Rides Bikes, a YouTube channel usually filled with heart-pounding downhill rides, technical climbs, and sweeping shots of forest trails. Donald's videos are typically pure adrenaline, the wind rushing past his camera, the rhythmic hum of tires on dirt, and the peaceful backdrop of nature. But on September 28, 2024, one of his solo rides captured something far different, something that shook both him and his viewers to the core.
The front brake is making a little noise, but I don't feel like dealing with it right now, so it's still working, just a little noisy. So if it was not already apparent, I am not in Arizona right now. I am back in Wisconsin riding the John Muir trails, where I first started riding single track about 4 or 5 years ago. But since I moved out to Arizona, this is my first time back here riding these trails in about 3 years.
That morning, Donald set out to conquer the John Muir trails in Wisconsin's Kettle Moraine State Forest. A network of rugged paths beloved by off-road cyclists for its twists, steep grades, and breathtaking isolation. The weather was perfect, the air crisp, and the forest alive with color. With his GoPro mounted and his energy high, he began pedaling into the woods, the sound of gears clicking blending with the faint rustle of leaves. For a while, everything was exactly as it should be. Smooth riding, fast descents, the thrill of control and speed. But deep in the forest, as he gained momentum and began flying down a narrow slope, something shattered the tranquility.
Oh, Jesus! Holy dude! Whew. That scared me, man. Whew. Yeah, that'll get the heart rate going.
A gunshot, a single deafening crack ripped through the trees. It was close, far too close. You can hear his breathing catch on camera, his bike skidding as he brakes hard. "That scared me, man," he mutters, voice trembling. The sound wasn't distant. It came from somewhere just beyond the tree line. maybe 30, 40 feet away at most. For several seconds, the camera shakes as Donald scans the woods. Nothing moves, no voices, no sign of another human being. Just that heavy silence that follows a sound too sharp, too violent to belong in a place so calm. He doesn't run, doesn't shout, just stands frozen, trying to process what happened. The realization hits. Had he taken one more turn, one more second later down the trail, that bullet could have found him. He slowly remounts his bike, the tension written all over his voice. The carefree tone that usually defines his videos is gone. Every snap of a twig, every gust of wind sounds amplified, suspicious. Later in the video, Donald brings up something chillingly simple: visibility. Cyclists often wear muted colors, earth tones that blend perfectly with autumn woods. Great for aesthetics, terrible for survival during hunting season. One careless mistake, one unseen biker mistaken for movement in the brush, could mean tragedy. He finished the ride, but not the same way he started it. The video ends quietly, his words softer, his energy subdued. Afterward, his uploads continued, same trails, same camera. But longtime followers noticed it too. That spark had changed. The forest, once his playground, now carried a shadow. And for anyone watching that clip, it's impossible not to feel it.
Oh, there he is.
Get out of here, bear.
There he is. Hey! Hey! Out of the way! Go!
On July 21st, 2025, a YouTuber named Metro on the Move uploaded one of the most chilling camping encounters to hit the internet in years. The video starts off calmly enough, just a few friends camping at Liberty Springs, laughing around a fire, the usual. Nothing about it feels unusual. Until night falls. Metro hadn't planned to film anything that weekend. But when he woke up in the early hours of the morning, something felt wrong. The air was still, too quiet. That's when he noticed it.
You gotta be kidding me. Oh my god, dude. I just got attacked by a bear out here. Oh my god, dude. It's got a claw mark in it. Holy. Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh my god, dude.
Good morning.
Oh my god, dude. Oh my god.
Here too.
That's on my tent, dude.
Massive claw marks ripped through the side of his tent, deep enough to tear the fabric clean open. His voice shakes as he whispers to the camera, realizing those weren't there before he'd fallen asleep. Then comes the sound. Heavy steps outside, snapping twigs, the low guttural huff of something big. When Metro steps out, the beam of his flashlight catches movement.
It attacked my tent. Oh my god.
I'm gonna Paul.
Yeah. Bear attacked my tent. Hey guys, wake up, guys.
He's coming to you guys. Which way?
Throw rocks.
Hit it. Where is it? He's up. Oh, he's there. Right where?
Bear. Oh my god.
He's right there, just next to you. That's me. Behind you. Behind you.
Yes. No running.
No, I'm getting in the light.
Oh, there he is.
Get out of here, bear.
There he is. Oh my gosh, dude. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Dude, what the f? Dude, man. There goes the tent.
A bear pacing near their camp. The group yells, throws rocks, and flashes lights, their panic echoing through the woods until the creature finally lumbers off into the darkness. In the daylight, Metro shows the shredded tent, his hands trembling. The truth hits hard. If that bear had pushed just a little further, he wouldn't have woken up at all. On August 25, 2025, YouTuber It's Bates uploaded what would become one of his most unnerving explorations to date. Known for pushing the limits of urban and wilderness adventures, Bates and his friend Martin set out that night to revisit a remote patch of forest, a place they claimed had been bothering them ever since their last trip. Hidden deep in those woods was a fenced-off construction site, a strange location cut off from the public, surrounded by silence, and something else neither of them could quite explain.
Okay, so we made it to the entrance of the forest, as you can see.
Sure.
And it's like a pretty narrow path towards like where we want to go.
Yeah, there's like a bigger opening over there, so.
Yeah, I checked Google Maps and I saw like the construction site, you know, it was like kind of in the middle of the forest. So
exactly.
I pretty much know where to go. But
You know, the bad thing is we both forgot our flashlights today.
yeah, we have like only phone flashlights.
You know, what's the chances actually anything there?
You
know.
Look, we can't like see anything in the forest.
We can see maybe like, what's that, 5 meters in front of us.
I'm pretty sure this is gonna be like a 10-minute walk or something, bro.
Yeah, we've already been walking for like some time.
Yeah, so.
What's this place now?
Okay.
Oh, another bridge.
Oh, what is this place?
Alright, bro. What else now?
There's like a clearance here.
Well, we gotta go that way, right?
Yeah, we got like in the forest. There's like flex in the tree.
Oh, there is.
I swear I keep hearing sounds, bro.
At first, the video feels typical of their usual content: jokes, lighthearted talk, nervous laughs. But the energy underneath is uneasy, like both men know they shouldn't be there. Just a week earlier, they'd captured footage of a dark figure moving through these very trees, a fleeting silhouette that vanished before they could investigate. That memory lingers, heavy and unspoken, as they begin their walk down the narrow trail. Only the weak glow of their phone flashlights cuts through the pitch-black forest. The deeper they go, the louder the night becomes. The soft hiss of wind through the branches, dry leaves whispering underfoot, and distant cracks echoing somewhere beyond their sight. Every sound feels closer than it should be.
Wait, so this is the construction site?
Yeah, I think it starts over here.
Guys, look. Whatever.
Yeah, that's the fence.
It's like a fence here.
It has to be like.
Guys, yeah, look. You can see the fence right here. Dude, look.
Yeah. Alright.
I have no clue, like, what they're doing here, but
Should we just keep on going, like?
yeah, next to the fence.
Alright, because the trail like continues on. It's like a river over here, or like a dried up one. Alright.
Oh, you can kind of like go inside the fence
Just
area.
like aim here fully. Oh yeah. Oh.
Guys, we're deep in the forest right now.
Yeah, bro. So your battery is like going to sound. Wait. Is that footsteps? Holy fucking shit, bro.
Dude, let's go back. Dude.
Eventually, they reach it, the fence, tall, rusted, stretching endlessly through the darkness. The beam of Bates's light skims across warning signs barely visible through the grime. They follow its edge deeper in, the world outside fading away with each cautious step. For a while, there's nothing but quiet speculation. Theories about what the site could be, who built it, why it was abandoned. Then, a sound. Footsteps. Slow, deliberate, coming from somewhere just beyond the trees. Both men stop cold. Their breathing grows heavy. The camera wobbles as Bates swings the light toward the sound, but there's nothing, only blackness between the trunks. Then, out of nowhere, movement. Fast, a flash of something darting across the path. Branches snap. Martin shouts. Panic erupts. The footage turns chaotic, shaking frames, blurred images, shouts of confusion. One of them screams to run, and the camera jerks violently as they bolt back toward the trail. You can hear the sheer terror in their voices. This isn't staged. It's primal. When they finally burst out of the forest, gasping for air, neither speaks for a long time. The fear lingers. Was it a person, a prank, or something else watching them from beyond the fence? Whatever it was, it didn't want them there. And judging by their faces, they'll never forget the night they went back into those woods.
Once again, I have no clue who these people are. They're just drunks. I could hear the loud music, that's what woke me up.
On May 22nd, 2021, YouTuber Junkyard Fox uploaded a video that still haunts those who've seen it. A night in West Texas that nearly cost him his life. What was meant to be a quiet solo campout turned into something far more terrifying.
Okay, so about 15 minutes later, I'd say we're pretty good. So it doesn't take that long to just put the thatching, kind of like weave it in there, kind of tangle it, and then put these sticks on top for weight. Now, is this going to be 100% foolproof from the elements? No, of course not. But it's going to be strong enough to keep the sun out of your face when you're trying to rest in the daytime, keep the winds out of you when you're trying to sleep, so you're not that cold. Now, it's not going to be waterproof, and I did see lightning coming from this direction earlier, and in fact, I'm actually starting to feel raindrops. See that? So, yeah, so we're going to be getting a little bit of rain. Now, that's just part of it. In my opinion, that's part of, testing yourself as an outdoorsman, as a prepper, as a bushcrafter, whatever you want to call it. It's not always going to be sunshine and fat steaks. You got to rough it out and you got to get uncomfortable. So if you guys remember last time that I stayed here, the winds were just really strong, 30-mile-an-hour winds coming into the shelter, so I was cold. This time it looks like I may get soaked. So luckily I do have a poncho in my haversack in case it gets crazy. But yeah, that's part of it. So the roof is good to go. Now I gotta take this apart and kind of make this better because this is terrible. And once again, there could be some creepy crawlers on there. By the way, I'm not boring you with all this work, but whenever I'm doing all this stuff, because there may be scorpions or something like that, I do have my my work gloves here. And in case you're wondering what's in this box, I did have just yucca seed pods when we were building the shelter because they are a great tinder source.
He'd ventured deep into the desert to stay in a primitive shelter he'd built weeks earlier. The day began peacefully. Warm air, open skies, and a sense of accomplishment as he filmed the sturdy little structure he called home for the night. As dark clouds rolled in, he strengthened the walls, just in case. By sunset, the wind had died down, and he relaxed by his fire, cooking dinner, the world around him eerily silent. Then, sometime past midnight, that silence was shattered.
Okay, folks, so it's time to call it a night. Like I said today, I'm not really hanging out in terms of, having some beers around the fire or nothing like that. It's more of a test of, being out here and stuff. And I foresee today being nicer anyway, an easier night, because forecast looks like the night's going to drop to the, early 60s, late 50s at most. So it's really nothing too bad. In case of anything, I do have my jacket here. And then I do also have my shamog down here, and I apologize for the crappy lighting. So in case of anything, I could just wrap that around my face or whatever. And that's about it. So in the morning, I'll wake up and I'll make some coffee. And that's about it for me. So have a good night, everyone. Okay, folks, so change of plans. I was asleep for 2 hours. Then I woke up to a truck driving nearby, and they shot my truck. They legitimately shot the windows on my truck. People I don't know. This is crazy. Look, these are my windows. This is insane. Once again, I have no clue who these people are. They're just drunks. I could hear the loud music. That's what woke me up. And sure enough, so I'm guessing this trip is over. Oh man, what a mess.
Rapid bursts of gunfire tore through the still night. His camera shook as he scrambled inside his shelter, whispering curses under his breath. Outside, voices slurred and laughed, a group of drunks firing randomly into the desert. He realized with horror that one of the bullets had struck near his truck. They eventually stumbled away, leaving only echoes behind. But the damage was done. He survived, but barely. Out there in the vast emptiness, Junkyard Fox learned how thin the line between peace and panic really is.